For thousands of years, scientists have been trying to find the mysterious fountain of youth to combat the aging process. Back in the 1500s, the famous explorer Ponce de Leon claimed that he discovered the fountain of youth somewhere in the state of Florida. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to tell you that we have a new tool that might combat the aging process in the form of a product we call Premier. Recent scientists have made discoveries all the way down to our genetic level. They've discovered something called telomeres. Telomeres are the end caps to our chromosomes. And every time a cell replicates or duplicates itself, those telomeres shorten ever so slightly. And the millions and billions of cells that we produce every day, and the millions and billions of times our cells replicate every day, over time, those telomeres shorten dramatically. And as they shorten, they've linked that to several diseases of aging. So they believe that the science of telomeres could be a connection between the aging process and how to combat the aging process. Dr. Bill Andrews is a leading researcher in anti-aging medicine. His work in telomeres has discovered that there are ways to actually lengthen the telomere. Dr. Bill Andrews discovered that there's an enzyme known as telomerase, which helps protect our telomeres from shortening, and that if we can find ways of increasing the telomere supply or enhancing the telomerase activity, that it can actually prevent the telomeres from shortening. His research has shown that this is possible. Dr. Bill Andrews has found certain nutrients in our food and certain ingredients that can actually enhance telomerase activity. Through combining those ingredients, he's developed a product that we're proud to present as Premier, a telomerase supporting product that can actually support telomerase activity and help combat the aging process. Have you been trying to find ways to support your immune system? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to share with you some ways that I've discovered that can help support a healthy immune system. I want to talk to you about a product called V-Immune. You know, many of us don't understand exactly what our immune system is, why it's so important, and how we need to support it on a day-to-day basis. I'm here to tell you that it's crucial that we know this information. Our immune system literally is there to discover what's part of our body and what's not part of our body, what should be in our body and what shouldn't be in our body. There's a whole myriad of white blood cells that help our bodies discover what should be there and what shouldn't be there. And it needs nutritional support just like any other system in your body. We start supporting our immune system with proper vitamin intake. Vitamins A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin D are all crucial at supporting and nourishing a healthy immune system. In fact, the word vitamin means that it's vital for life, meaning you have to ingest these things every day. I know that many of us think that we get plenty of vitamins in our food, but that's only if we're eating properly. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer it honestly. How many of you are eating your 5 to 7 servings of vegetables and fruits every day? I know I'm not. In fact, if I just kind of think about what I did yesterday, I did have 2 fruits and I think I had 3 vegetables, a couple for lunch and a little salad for dinner. Definitely not anywhere near my 3 to 5 servings or 5 to 7 servings of each of those. That's why we need to supplement with vitamins A, C, E, and D every single day. Vitamin D comes naturally from sunshine. And during the winter months, we definitely don't get enough sunshine, especially here in the mountains of Utah. I hear the storms back east are quite horrendous too. I don't know if you're all getting enough vitamin D. Vitamin E comes from things like cod liver oil or animal liver or egg yolks. Are you guys eating those every day? I don't think so. I know I'm not. What about vitamin A? That's also found naturally in egg yolks. You know, we're told by our doctors sometimes not to eat egg yolks simply because they might cause high cholesterol or other issues like that. Either way, if you're not eating properly, then you might need to consider supplementing with something like V-Mune. But not just those important vitamins, I've added some very other important phytochemicals as well. There's a phytochemical known as quercetin that's actually a little bit difficult for the body to assimilate all on its own. And so we found a patented, clinically proven form of quercetin in a liposome bubble. Liposomes are those tiny bubbles that help our transport nutrients directly to the cells. It's a nanotechnology, a type of advanced delivery technology. We use that technology at Vasayo for ingredients just like quercetin that are hard to assimilate. Quercetin has been found in multiple clinical studies to help nourish and support the immune cells so that they can properly function. We have another amazing ingredient in V-Mune called nanosilver. Now, many of you have probably heard the term colloidal silver before. Colloidal is really old school technology. It's where you ionically charge silver molecules so that they stay suspended in water. And that's a great technology if you're using silver for topical applications like on an abrasion or a wound. But if you want absorption directly to the cell where it's needed most, you need a nanosilver. We have a patented, clinically proven nanosilver that's been trademarked SilverSol. It's combined with an O4 oxygen molecule. Now, all of us know that oxygen is important for life, and many of you don't know that hydrogen peroxide is actually O2, or a double bonded form of oxygen. O3 is what we call ozone. Ozone sterilizes everything it touches. That's what it's used for. So can you imagine how powerful an O4 molecule would be? We take the O4 molecule and bond it with a nanosilver particle so that it gets instantly absorbed into the bloodstream and delivered directly to the cell where it's needed. So support your immune system with vitamins A, C, D, and E, liposomal quercetin, and a nanosilver. Those combined with a myriad of other ingredients like beta-glucans found in a mushroom blend and elderberry extract are what make V-Mune such a powerful force for supporting a healthy immune system. I challenge you today, if you're not eating the way you should be eating, then you need to be supplementing with a product like V-Mune. Did you know that protein and protein shakes are not just for bodybuilders? Everybody needs protein. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to share with you a little bit of knowledge about why protein. Look, the average human, adult human, needs about 100 grams of protein every single day. And no, the answer is not just more meat. In fact, if you were to eat 100 grams of meat every single day, you would eventually develop kidney stones because your uric acid levels would fly off the chart, which could lead to even gout and arthritis. No, 100 grams of meat is not the answer. But why do we need 100 grams of protein, and where can we get it from if not more meat? Because everybody thinks meat equals protein. You know, protein comes in a variety of different foods. In fact, there are many different types of vegetable proteins. We can also get proteins in the form of whey, for example, dairy products and whatnot. But why do we need protein? You know, protein breaks down into amino acids, and these are essential for life, meaning that you have to ingest them. Your body just doesn't produce these normally. Without these amino acids, you won't have proper brain function. You won't have proper immune function. You won't have proper muscle and heart function. These are the many reasons why we need protein, and trust me, there are many, many more. It is an essential nutrient, by the way. But one more thing you need to understand, all protein drinks are not created equal. In fact, the majority of the protein drinks out there, and protein shakes especially, contain artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, and have in my opinion, very bad ingredient known as casein. Casein is the protein found in milk and dairy products. And when you take too much casein, your body doesn't produce an enzyme known as caseinate to break this down into amino acids. So you're simply stuck with this glob of protein that your body can't process, and they've actually linked clinical studies with poor immune function, disease, diabetes, and even cancer to an increase in casein. At Vasayo, we solved this problem by creating 2 varieties of protein shakes, one vanilla flavor and one chocolate flavor. Our vanilla flavor, again, natural flavors, no artificial, and natural sweeteners, no artificial sweeteners as well. But our whey protein comes from New Zealand, where we have an ethical certification, or in more common terms, happy cows. We also ensure that the whey protein from New Zealand is casein-free. So the casein has been eliminated so that your body can digest and process the proteins available from these happy cows. Our vegan protein shake is our chocolate shake. And we have 8 amazing beans and legumes that are from our protein source. Both of these shakes contain all the BCAAs, and what that stands for is branched chain amino acids that your body needs. Branched chain amino acids are the basic building blocks for heart health, immune health, muscle health, our circulatory systems, and our brain function. Without these BCAAs, our body just can't function properly. So once again, these shakes are a natural, healthy form of protein that you can use on a daily basis, all without the risk of ingesting artificial flavors or sweeteners or preservatives. Give these shakes a try today. Instead of eating 100 grams of meat, V-Shakes is the option I would choose. You know, I used to believe that eating simply just whole foods and eating a lot of that would be all I need to meet my nutritional needs. But as I advanced in my career in science and looked at the studies and looked at the high demands our lifestyles require nowadays, I began to realize, and through evidence as well, realize that eating food just isn't enough for us. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here today to talk about an amazing product that we put together called Core Complete. Through my career, I began studying different nutrients in plants, and in foods especially. For example, in 1996, I did a study where we studied how many nutrients were in a cup of broccoli. And I found that I would need to eat almost a kilogram of broccoli every day just to get my daily nutritional needs for calcium and magnesium. Milk, by the way, was even worse. I would have to drink almost a half a gallon of milk every day just to get my nutritional needs for calcium. The fact of the matter is, we don't grow our foods in a sustainable way anymore. The nutrients aren't found in the soils, and even if you're eating organic or growing the food in your garden, you have to eat copious amounts to meet the daily requirements that our government states that we need every day, just to maintain proper function of our bodily systems and organs. I know it sounds insane and it sounds unbelievable, but the science is real and the science is true. Supplementing today is more important than it ever has been in the history of the human race. Core Complete was formulated with my belief system that our nutrients should come from our food. I'm a strong opponent to synthetic isolated vitamins. Vitamins that have synthetically chemically altered names or that are derived in a petri dish instead of coming from broccoli or cabbage or Brussels sprouts or other fruits and vegetables, I don't want to put in my body. And my body doesn't respond well to them. Core Complete was formulated with that in mind. All of the vitamins found in Core Complete come from food sources. And because they come from food sources, we also have the macro minerals and the micro minerals, what we call trace minerals, found in Core Complete as well. In fact, Core Complete contains over 72 trace minerals, minerals that have been found essential for human performance and function. On top of these macro minerals and trace minerals, we also have phytonutrients, enzymes, probiotics, and all of the omega fatty acids in the omega family. So not just omega-3, but omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. all combined in the form of a whole food, 100% virgin cold-pressed salmon oil. Core Complete is a product that can meet your daily nutritional needs, and knowing that it comes from whole food makes me feel safe even giving it to my children. I'm a father of 8, a combined family, and trust me, we're active and we need the nutritional support that Core Complete can give us. So I challenge you today, if you know you're not eating right, and you know that the food you're eating doesn't contain the nutrients that you need to have for proper bodily functions every day, then take Core Complete. Trust me, you won't regret it. What if I told you there was a way you could look and feel your best from the inside out, all with an easy, single, use once a day packet? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to tell you that it's completely achievable. In fact, we've done it. We developed a product called Eternal, one of my most favorite products that I enjoy talking about. Eternal not only tastes great, but it truly can help you look and feel your best, and it's super easy to use. Let's start off by asking ourselves why. Why do we need to look and feel our best? Well, age definitely plays a factor in that. You know, as we age, our body's supply of antioxidants depletes as we age. And what is an antioxidant? An antioxidant is an ingredient, or I guess you could say a chemical in our body that's produced to combat the aging process. We produce in our bodies every day something called free radicals. And free radicals damage our cells. In fact, they slow down cellular metabolism, so much so that it can actually cause damage to the cell and make it to where it doesn't function anymore. The best example I can give you of this is like our skin cells. Your skin rejuvenates itself about once every 4 weeks when you're in your teens and 20s. But as we hit late 20s and early 30s, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to produce that same layer of skin. And that's because free radical damage has increased so much that your skin's metabolism slows down. Well, how do we combat that? The only way to combat that is to intake more antioxidants to combat the increased supply of free radicals that your own body is producing. And we can do that through some very powerful phytochemicals. One of those ingredients we call glutathione. Glutathione is actually an enzyme that your own body produces to combat free radicals. But as we age, the amount of free radicals increase and the amount of glutathione your body produces decrease, which is why we start to show the aging process. Glutathione is one of those nutrients as well that as we ingest it, it's actually destroyed by the harsh environment of our stomachs. In fact, it's rendered useless by our stomach acid. But that's where Vasayo's advanced delivery technology comes into play. We were able to develop a process to encapsulate glutathione in this tiny fat bubble known as a liposome. A liposome is a nanotechnology that ensures that the ingredient can bypass the digestive system and get delivered directly to the cell where it's needed most. We combined liposomal glutathione with a slew of other amazing antioxidants as well, including coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, and other polyphenols such as oligomer-proanthocyanidins, or what we call OPCs. These amazing polyphenols all help combat the aging process by fighting free radical damage in our bodies. These come from 10 superfruits that we've included in Eternal, which is why, one of the reasons I should say, why it tastes so great. So, liposomal glutathione, liposomal polyphenols, coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, and 10 amazing superfruits, all combined into one tasty packet. Eternal helps promote healthy collagen levels. It helps support a healthy cardiovascular system, and it helps support and promote cellular longevity. We've taken all of these together and added collagen. Collagen all by itself can make you look beautiful on the outside. So we've got all of these amazing antioxidants that can help support a healthy lifestyle internally, plus something that helps you and makes you look your best, which is collagen. So there's your answer. Look and feel your best with Vasayo's Eternal. Do you find it difficult to completely relax sometimes? How about your sleep? Do you have difficulty sleeping at night or wake up still feeling tired? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to introduce to you a product we call Sleep. Sleep contains some amazing ingredients that we put together solely for the purpose of optimizing your body's sleep patterns or supporting healthy sleep cycles. We did this through a combination of some pretty unique ingredients, one of those being GABA. GABA is a neurotransmitter, or acts as a neurotransmitter in the brain. It's a natural combination of amino acids that your own body produces, but that decrease as we age. So literally, the older we get, the more difficulty we have in relaxing or getting a good night's sleep. What GABA does in the body when acting as a neurotransmitter is it just increases cellular communication so that our cells can optimize the body's sleep cycle. In other words, when it's evening, it tells our body that it's time to relax and that it's time to fall asleep. Similar to melatonin, another ingredient that I'll talk about later. But as I mentioned, GABA depletes as we age, and so supplementing with it is very important. It's also important to know that GABA is regulated by the blood-brain barrier. In other words, your brain kind of tells your bloodstream how much GABA it wants, or how much it needs, or how much it doesn't want or doesn't need. So supplementing with it is very safe. As your body needs GABA, it simply opens up that blood-brain barrier and allows it in. Another important or key ingredient that we use is NAC, what we call N-acetylcysteine. However, you can just call it NAC. That's what we call it in the medical profession. NAC also is a combination of amino acids that the uptake and production is also regulated by our body. However, same with GABA, as we age, NAC begins to dissipate. And because NAC is found in foods that we don't necessarily eat often, like lentils, egg yolks, liver, and other organ meats, things that, again, not a lot of people eat, we tend to be deficient in NAC. And therefore, our body's sleep cycle as we age tends to become disrupted. You know, I remember reading that up to 70% of Americans suffer from some type of sleep disorder. I know that when I have days of anxiety or when I get a little bit stressed out, my brain rushes at night and it's difficult for me to sleep. And those are the days that I find, hey, I might be deficient in GABA, or I might be deficient in NAC, or maybe my body's production of melatonin just isn't going the way it should. And those are the very reasons we developed this product called Sleep and why we chose these ingredients. Another key ingredient we have in sleep is melatonin. You know, melatonin, a lot of people think is just that hormone that your body produces that knocks you out when you need to. That's true, but not the only thing that melatonin does. Melatonin also acts as an antioxidant. It's a very powerful antioxidant, in fact. As we sleep, our cells can actually be restored and regenerated by melatonin. So it's just not a hormone that helps us get a good night's sleep, but it also helps our cells rejuvenate as we sleep. We've combined GABA, NAC, and melatonin, as well as some supporting ingredients like vitamin B6 and vitamin B3 into a liposome bubble. Liposome is an advanced delivery technology that actually is a nanotechnology. It encapsulates ingredients into this tiny fat bubble so that it can survive the digestive system and actually bypass the digestive system and deliver the nutrients directly to the cell where they're needed the most. So this amazing, powerful combination of ingredients that are found in sleep can optimize your body's sleep process and can support healthy sleep cycles. So enjoy your wonderful night's sleep tonight as you try Vasayo's Sleep. How many of you would love to live a more active lifestyle, but might be inhibited because of some body aches or pains, or I don't know, maybe we're just getting older and you just don't have the energy levels that you need to live that active lifestyle that you'd love to? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I want to tell you about a product called Renew. I know for me and myself, I'm 50 years old now, and though I don't want to date myself, I'm being completely vulnerable with you because, look, I used to be, I guess what I would consider an athlete. I played water polo, I used to snowboard. I still do those things, but boy, not with as much vigor or I guess you'd say strength as I used to have. I know that after a day of snowboarding, when I wake up the next morning, I'm stiff and achy. Even if I play a couple hours of basketball, I can't get out of bed the next day without feeling like I'm 100 years old. If you've experienced things like that, you're going to love the ingredients that we put together in Renew. I want to start off with the important ingredient that I actually love talking about the most, curcumin. Curcumin is a derivative from turmeric. It's an extract from the root turmeric, which is found in like a lot of Indian foods, Indian curries and things like that. It's used worldwide though by many different cultures, and curcumin is actually one of the most studied ingredients on this planet. Science has performed over 5,000 clinical studies on curcumin, making it once again the phytochemical that we know more about than any other phytochemical on the planet. Why is curcumin so well studied? Well, because of its amazing anti-inflammatory properties. You see, inflammation markers in our body are actually there to help us. They can hinder us though if they get too high. How can inflammation markers help us? Well, it tells our brain that there's an area in our body that needs some extra support or some extra attention. And so white blood cells and oxygen, so your blood flows to that area where you've got that injury or where you've got that stiff, achy muscle. Well, curcumin has been shown to help support those inflammation markers and actually increase blood flow to those areas where you might feel a bit stiff and achy. I don't care whether it's a shoulder, a knee, a hip, or whatnot. Curcumin is one of those ingredients that has been shown to support healthy inflammation in the body and has actually been shown to assist in the body's natural healing processes. So we've taken curcumin and put it into a highly bioavailable fat bubble called a liposome. And we did this simply because curcumin is one of those ingredients that has low to no bioavailability by the human body. You could take as much curcumin as you want in capsule or pill form, and your body just doesn't seem to assimilate it. In fact, it's less than 5% bioavailable. And that's where an advanced delivery technology like liposomes come into play. We also combined curcumin with another wonderful ingredient called resveratrol. Resveratrol seems to have all the same properties as curcumin, but it also supports healthy cardiovascular function as well. In fact, there was a study done in France that showed that people that drank more fermented wine, so red wine, had less cardiovascular issues than those who did not, and they've attributed that to resveratrol. But just like curcumin, resveratrol is practically not bioavailable by the human body unless you're using it in wine or combining it with alcohol. And since we all don't want to get drunk every day just to support our cardiovascular system, we also combine resveratrol with our liposome technology so that you get advanced delivery directly to the cells where the body needs it most. Our final ingredient I want to talk about today in Renew is shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake are very high in a substance known as beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is one of those immune modulators. Now, what do I mean by that? It's a polysaccharide that actually helps support a healthy immune function. And when I say healthy immune function, and I say the word modulation, I want you to really think about what that means. It doesn't boost your immune system. It modulates your immune system. Because look, when you have an injury, for example, if you've got inflammation from being overactive or playing a sport or getting injured in a sport, your body produces or sends a lot of white blood cells to that area, and that's what actually causes the inflammation. Well, the beta-glucans in shiitake mushroom can actually help modulate that healthy immune response to assist in that swelling process. We don't really want to boost or suppress the immune system at all, so we use ingredients found in nature like shiitake mushroom to assist in that healthy immune response. These ingredients, when used in combination, can assist you in that active lifestyle that you've been longing to have but maybe are lacking due to the way you feel when you start exercising. Again, I know as well as anybody that if you have not been active and exercising, boy, those first 2 or 3 days of working out, yeah, you have every motivation to quit, especially if you're at my age. I totally understand that. So I challenge you out there, get up, get exercising, and take Renew to assist your body when you're exercising and help increase the flexibility and mobility that you've been looking for. Support your body's natural inflammation responses and support that joint function that you've been needing as you age. Give Renew a try today. It's no secret that every day our cells are bombarded by hundreds of toxins and pollutants every single day. Whether these come from environmental pollutants or whether they come from the herbicides, pesticides, food colorings, and myriad of other chemicals that are in our hair care, skin care, body care products, or even the foods that we buy at the grocery store. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to tell you how you can reclaim cellular purity. You know, it's been stated that our bodies are exposed to over 230 toxins in just the first 30 minutes after waking up. From the chemicals on your bed sheets to the chlorine and other chemicals found in your shower, in the water, to the sodium lauryl sulfate and parabens found in your hair care, skin care, to other toxins found in your cosmetics. Even your deodorants contain carcinogens. Carcinogen means cancer-causing substance. And there's thousands of them that have been approved by the FDA for use in our daily products, even our foods that we consume every day. At Vasayo, we recognize this need for cellular purity, and we discovered a way to detoxify the body in a healthy, whole food way. Within our body are 5 main elimination organs. In fact, the largest single elimination organ is not inside your body, it's outside of your body. It's your skin. When we look at these 5 elimination organs, which consist of the skin, our lungs, colon, liver, and kidneys, it's no wonder how these organs can't be overtaxed simply because of the sheer number of toxins that we're exposed to every day. So at Vasayo, with our product called Vtox, we decided to nutritionally support these elimination organs so that you can look and feel your best despite the polluted environments that we live in. We combined herbs like burdock root and milk thistle for the liver, mullein and osha for the lungs. We have garlic and kelp for the skin, apple pectin, psyllium seed husk, and other ingredients for the colon. One of the most important ingredients we have in the Vtox is a patented liposomal silymarin. Now, silymarin is an extract from milk thistle that's been shown in many clinical studies to support healthy liver function and assists in the detoxification functions of your liver. That, combined with all the other ingredients I just listed, is one of the ways that we can again reclaim cellular purity. If you want increase in energy, if you want to detoxify from the polluted environment that you've lived in, then Vtox is your ticket to accomplish this. Do you want better cognitive function and an increase in focus? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'd love to tell you about an exciting product we have called Neuro. How many of us today suffer from brain fog? In the middle of the day as we're working, we kind of hit that brick wall where we just can't focus anymore, or we're working on a project or a math equation, and somehow we just get that lack of clarity that kind of messes up the rest of our day. I don't care if you're a mother who has to take care of children, clean the house, do everything that you do in the kitchen, or if you're a C-level executive in the office and you've got to step into a board meeting to present your plan for the next year. All of us could use an increase in mental focus, better mental energy, and overall just better mental health. I don't think there's a single person out there that would say, no, I don't need an increase in mental focus. You know, especially as we age, it can become a big problem. I know that when I was in my early 20s, attending a university, I could read a book and go back and tell you the page, sometimes even down to the paragraph on that page about a clinical study or a quote from a doctor regarding some subject matter that I was focusing on at the time or studying at the time. But when I got into my 40s, I could maybe remember the book that I had read it in, but to tell you the page or even the paragraph, it wasn't like it was in my 20s. I think we all experience it as we age. How many of us out there have more than one child and have actually called the child by a different name before? I know I'm guilty of that. I have 8 children. And yeah, there's been many times where I mess up my children's age. Is that just a mistake, or is that because there's neural pathways in our brain that begin to become more and more blocked as we age? So let's talk about this product Neuro. When I was formulating Neuro, I was studying specific ingredients that could help unblock neural pathways and increase the ability for us to cognitively focus on exactly what it is we're trying to do. So I put together a combination of ingredients that do just that. Let's talk about the first ingredient, acetylcholine. Our brain is made up of fat. I don't know if you knew that or not, but yes, it is fat cells. So, when we go on these low-fat diets, we might actually even be hurting our brain because our brain needs certain fats in order to function. The main fat that your brain is made out of is called phosphatidylcholine. It's actually a very beneficial fat and is found in certain foods like egg yolks, dairy ingredients like cheeses and yogurts and things like that. Most of us, when we go on these low-fat diets, we don't get enough of this important ingredient in our bodies. Well, the main derivative of phosphatidylcholine is called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine has been shown in numerous studies to support healthy brain function. It's a necessary nutrient, but again, because of our fad diets that we all get on, especially when we get into our senior years and we're focusing on weight loss and watching what we eat and cutting back on fats, this nutrient tends to be deficient in our diet. Another ingredient that I added in Neuro is called bacoba. Bacoba has numerous clinical studies also showing that it supports cognitive function. There's even a Harvard medical school study where medical students who took bacoba versus those that took the placebo actually improved their test scores overall. And I believe it was a 21 to 22% increase in test scores at Harvard Medical School. Another very important ingredient that I added in Neuro is called huperzine A. Huperzine A comes from a moss in China. I know it's weird to think that a moss can help increase cognitive function, but there are many, many clinical studies on huperzine A. In fact, the main benefit of huperzine A is that it inhibits a bad enzyme that blocks new neural pathway development. You know that phrase, you can't teach a dog, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks? That phrase is actually accurate. As we age, our ability to learn and remember is multiplied by, or I guess the lack of ability to age is multiplied by up to 10-fold because there's this bad enzyme in our brain that actually inhibits production of new neural pathways, and that enzyme increases as we age. Huperzine A blocks the production of that bad enzyme. There's another ingredient called alpha GPC, which boosts production of that of the good enzyme, I should say, the good enzyme that increases new neural pathways. So that combination of alpha GPC and huperzine A, where one inhibits the production of a bad enzyme and the other one boosts the production of the enzyme that increases neural pathways, is a 1-2 punch towards cognitive function. So imagine being in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and having the cognitive function and abilities that you had when you were in your 20s. Studies show that that's possible. This powerful combination of acetylcholine, bacopa, huperzine A, alpha-GPC, and a couple others are all combined in Vasayo's advanced delivery technology, what we call a liposome. Liposomes are tiny fat bubbles that can bypass the digestive system and deliver nutrients directly to the cells where they're needed the most. So you take this powerful combination of ingredients in neuro, combined with our advanced delivery technology, and you have an amazing product that can support cognitive function, help promote an increase in focus, and overall support healthy brain function. So I'm super excited to present to you Vasayo's Neuro. How many of you out there could use a little bit more energy? If you're anything like me, I know I need all the energy I can get. And not just energy, but clarity, mental focus, happiness, hydration. These are all things that are super important in my life, and I hope they are in yours as well. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'd love to share with you a product called V3. I know many of us are looking for more energy, and unfortunately, most of us turn to those crappy energy drinks that we find on the supermarket store shelves or in the convenience stores. First, I want to tell you, please don't do that. They're mostly sugar, water, and synthetic caffeine. They can burn out your adrenals, cause weight gain, and in some cases actually cause dehydration. As I was formulating this product, V3, I wanted to focus on those three areas that we all need more of. We all need more hydration. We all want to be happier, and we all want more energy. So how can we achieve that in a totally natural and sustainable source? I started looking at some of my favorite ingredients. In fact, let's start off with green tea extract. I spent 7 years in Japan for my schooling, and I lived in Shizuoka Prefecture, which is famous for its green tea. In fact, the best green tea in the world is grown in Shizuoka Prefecture. So I know a lot about green tea. I studied a lot about green tea. And one of the things that I learned is it's a natural source of caffeine. Unlike synthetic caffeine alkaloids, green tea caffeine enters the bloodstream a little bit slower to give you sustained energy instead of that quick burst and then drop that normal caffeinated beverages give us. But on top of that, I wanted an increase in mental focus. So I added an ingredient called theobromine. If you're familiar with this ingredient, you know that it's found in chocolate or the cacao bean, dark chocolate precisely. Theobromine increases our dopamine levels, and dopamine is what we call the happy hormone. So it gives you a good feeling of euphoria. So not only do you have an increase in energy, but you also get a good happy feeling, or what I call mood enhancement, from the ingredients found in V3. Combine that with maca, which has been used for sustained energy by the people of South America for hundreds of years, and ginseng, which has been used for sustained energy by the peoples of Asia for thousands of years. These ingredients all combined into a simple, easy-to-use packet that you can carry with you and just pour into your water bottle. Now, to top it off, as the base ingredient, I used freeze-dried coconut water because coconut water is similar to the water that's found in your own body's blood plasma. It gives you proper hydration. I mean, what do you need energy for anyway? It's usually because you're either doing sports or you're having a tough day at work, or you need that extra energy around the house to finish up the chores or finish your needs with the kids, or whatever project you've got going on. Either way, hydration, mood, and energy in my book go hand in hand, and only V3 from Vasayo can give you all three of those in a natural whole food form. Do you find yourself snacking in between meals even though you're not hungry? Have you discovered that maybe you have a slower metabolism than others? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and if you answered yes to those two questions, You're going to love to hear about the product that I'm about to share with you. It's called V-Slim. V-Slim is a combination of very unique, clinically proven ingredients that can help support a healthy metabolism and also controls appetite that's out of control. I want to start off by telling you about a very unique ingredient found only on the northern Ganges Plains in India. It's called Caralluma fimbriata. This succulent is a plant that's known as a starvation plant. When the people in the Ganges Plains of northern India would have droughts where their rice crops were destroyed or excess rains where their crops were destroyed, they would wild harvest Caralluma fimbriata to eat because it would increase their satiety. In other words, it would give them a feeling of being full. It can help us in the same way in that it can help curb a raging appetite. So even though you may not be hungry, but you've got that urge to go ahead and find one of those snacks that may not be good for you, maybe instead just pour a packet of V-Slim into a bottle of water and you'll get the hydration from the water as well as the appetite controlling effects of Caralluma fimbriata. Now we happen to use a patented, clinically proven version of Caralluma fimbriata called Slimiluma. Our team at Vasayo was able to negotiate the worldwide exclusive rights in the direct sales industry for this amazing ingredient. Now, that's not all I want to tell you about. On top of this amazing ingredient that's trademarked Slimiluma, we added Garcinia cambogia and Gymnema sylvestre, which both have been proven to help maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Combined with chromium and vanadium, two trace minerals that actually have a similar function in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels, we've made or created a unique product that not only curbs appetite and supports healthy blood sugar levels, but also can help sustain a healthy metabolism. A base ingredient we used also was freeze-dried coconut water, because with any appetite controlling system, we tend to forget to drink water as well. So dehydration can be a very negative side effect of somebody who is trying to watch what they eat. I know it's weird, but typically when we watch what we eat, we also stop drinking as well. So we combined all of these ingredients into one amazing product called V-Slim, all there to support you and your lifestyle. An active lifestyle is crucial in any weight management program. So I highly suggest that you get out there, exercise, be active, make sure you stay hydrated, and take V-Slim for your nutritional support. Did you know that the majority of your skincare products simply sit on the surface of your skin? Now, skincare is not cosmetics. Cosmetics are supposed to sit on the surface of your skin, but skincare should be deep penetrating to deliver the nutrients where they're needed most, the subdermal layers of the skin. I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I'm here to introduce to you an amazing, deep penetrating skincare line called Beleza. We developed Beleza for that simple purpose, to deliver nutrients deep into the skin where they're needed. Now, we do that with a unique technology called liposome technology. But instead of inventing our own liposomes, we decided to partner with the world's leader in skincare liposomal technology, Lipotech, a company in Barcelona, Spain that happens to be a Berkshire Hathaway company. We were able to negotiate exclusive rights to this amazing skincare line called Beleza. Let's go over each one of the simple steps to Beleza because we wanted to keep it simple. A three-stage process to help you look and feel your best to penetrate nutrients deeply into the skin to provide the vibrance that you've been looking for. Our first product is called simply Serum. Serum contains two amazing trademarked ingredients. One is called iCereal and the other is Fens Biome. iCereal was shown in clinical studies to dramatically reduce the appearance of those dark circles and bag lines that we develop as we age. Fens Biome was formulated specifically to protect the microbiome of your skin. Maybe many of you have not heard of this before, but you know we have a microbiome in our small intestines that protect our body from harmful toxins that we may have ingested. Well, we also have friendly bacteria on the surface of our skin that help protect our skin cells from damage due to harmful bacteria. Fenn's biome is one of those ingredients that is groundbreaking in its research and actually can enhance the friendly bacteria or protect the microbiome of your skin. So our serum is cutting edge, and again, with liposome technology, gives you deep penetration. The second product I'd like to cover is our rejuvenating cream. This liposomal rejuvenating cream contains a key ingredient known as reproage. Reproage acts at the level of the DNA. It's been shown to actually reprogram the DNA to defeat the aging triggers that come naturally as we begin to age. Free radical damage is one of those triggers, and as we age, the amount of free radical damage that our own metabolism produces actually can create wrinkles and make our skin look older than we really are. Many of us may have experienced this, that when we have high stress levels or we eat properly, we do tend to age faster. Reproage is one of those liposomal ingredients that, again, can reprogram that DNA to prevent those triggers from happening. A simple, easy to use, deep penetrating, rejuvenating cream. Lastly, we have an amazing, easy to use, and even for a guy, fun product called the Hydrating Mist. Hydrating Mist is something that I can carry around in my car or leave at the desk at the office that contains an amazing ingredient called PoluShield. Not only is it moisturizing, and I live in a dry climate, so I need that extra moisturizer, but PoluShield can help protect our skin from blue light radiation. Now, if you're not familiar with blue light radiation, that's the radiation that we get from staring at our cell phones and our laptops and our desktop computers all day long. I know when I'm working and I'm in front of that desktop computer, I never really thought that the radiation coming from that screen can affect the aging process of my skin. But guess what? Studies show that it does. PoluShield was an ingredient that was actually proven to deflect that UV light radiation to help protect our skin from that harmful radiation that causes our cells to age faster. So once again, Beleza is a simple 3-step process: a serum, a rejuvenating cream, and a hydrating mist, all formulated with Lipotec's proven liposome technology for deep penetration. How much do you know about your endocannabinoid system? Or did you even know you had one? I'm Tracy Gibbs, Chief Scientific Advisor for Vasayo, and I would love to teach you about your endocannabinoid system and CBD. What is it? Why should I be taking it? And how can it help me? Do you know what CBD is? CBD stands for cannabidiol. Most people just simply call it CBD, but it's actually a phytochemical, and it's found naturally in your body. When we're born, we all have trace amounts of CBD. In fact, there are trace amounts of CBD in mother's breast milk, and it's found naturally in cruciferous vegetables. For example, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli. Do you eat enough of those? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Either way, CBD is an amazing phytochemical that we need to learn more about. Science feels the same way. In fact, next to curcumin, CBD is one of the most widely studied phytochemicals out there. So far, more than 5,000 published clinical studies on CBD exist, and thousands more are underway. We're just barely scratching the surface of what this wonderful phytochemical can do to our bodies and how it can support healthy mental function, healthy immune function, healthy central nervous system function, and many, many other benefits of CBD. First of all, let's talk a little bit about what CBD is so you know exactly what to ask when you're asking about CBD. You're going to hear terms like full spectrum, broad spectrum, or isolate. At Vasayo, we use a broad spectrum CBD. Broad meaning that it doesn't contain THC. If you have a full spectrum CBD, it means that it contains all of the minor cannabinoids such as CBG, CBD, CBN, and CBC, as well as THC. We use broad spectrum because we believe that all of these minors have benefits, but we don't want that high feeling that comes or happens when you take THC. We also have quality control standards in place that ensure quality from the plant to the final packaging. Our products are derived from hemp, which is grown in the USA, in clean soils that are tested for pesticides and herbicides and heavy metals. And we ensure that 0 of those are found in our product. These are some of the common terms that you'll find when searching for CBD products. So remember, broad spectrum, plant to package quality control, pesticide and herbicide and heavy metal free. These are important, and our product is 100% made in the United States of America. So again, complete quality control standards set by our government are in place as we produce our product in an NSF certified facility, which is regulated under what's called GMP, or the laws established by Congress in 1996. What makes CBD1 at Vasayo so unique? It's not just the CBD that we use. It's a proprietary blend of supporting ingredients as well. Ingredients like passion flower, which also assists in calming your nerve function. We also have papaya extract and pineapple extract. This is known as papain and bromelain. These are ingredients that have amazing clinical studies to support digestive and healthy inflammation responses in the body as well. All of these things are combined in our CBD1 liquid drops. We also have a CBD1 topical cream. The topical cream ingredients or supporting ingredients include menthol, eucalyptus, cayenne for that heat sensation, as well as white willow bark that support healthy circulation and blood flow. CBD is a popular ingredient out there, and there are myriad, literally hundreds of companies selling it. So again, remember those things that we've talked about today. Plant to package quality control, broad spectrum, not full spectrum. Made in the United States of America and free of pesticides, herbicides, and heavy metals. This is what makes Vasayo's CBD1 so unique.